Great news, guys. I know what we're going to do today. We're going to win a $900,000 NFL parlay. We've already put our straight bets in for the week. We're good. What's $10 on a Lotto ticket? People that diss these must love going to work every day. I don't see a reason to ever not do one of these. Honestly though, why won't CJ Stroud throw for 325 plus yards? He did it just last week, so you know he's capable. He actually went for 384 yards last week, so 325 is nothing. The thing with the Texans is they can't run the ball for shit, and their defense is probably going to give up points. They've given up at least 25 points in each of their first 2 games. Now they have to stop Jacksonville, who just got embarrassed by the Kansas City Chiefs last week. Good luck. My guess is the Jacksonville Jaguars play this thing from ahead the whole game, and CJ Stroud has to throw the ball 1,000 times. It's not like the Jaguars have this elite pass defense either. We already saw Anthony Richardson go for 223 yards against them, and he's not even supposed to be throwing the ball. He's a runner. I think CJ can do this. I also think you need to subscribe to this channel right now. You never want to miss another one of these bangers. Be honest with yourself. And if CJ Stroud throws for 325 plus yards, Nico Collins will have to go over 125 receiving yards. That's just how this sport of football works. CJ Stroud just locks into Nico Collins literally every play. And Nico Collins runs routes at every single depth. We're talking 20 targets over the first 2 games. Even if the Jaguars know it's coming, they're not going to be able to stop him. We're talking Nico Collins here. He's not some bullshit guy. Obviously, those 2 legs are free. But what about Elijah Moore 90 plus receiving yards? That feels doable. I know the haters are going to say he hasn't been over 43 yards in any game this season, but whatever. Haters are so stupid. They hate everything. The guy's only played 2 games. The thing with Moore is, in both of those first 2 games, the Browns played teams they could run the ball against. That ain't going to happen today. Obviously, Nick Chubb is out, but they're also playing the Tennessee Titans. Nobody runs on Tennessee. Nobody. But they do throw on them. There aren't many teams that have given up more receiving yards to the wide receiver position than the Tennessee Titans this year. It's kind of what they do. They stop the run and do not stop the pass. Clearly that means Amari Cooper's in play, but Moore is pretty sneaky. He's already been targeted 16 times in just 2 games. The issue is he only caught 6 of those targets, but he's too good for that to keep happening. Everybody knows that. It's only a matter of time before him and Deshaun Watson get on the same page, and when that happens, we're talking 90 plus yards. Probably. I think it all comes together today. Now I know what you're thinking. We're already 3-0, we need more. Guess what? I got your back. It's all downhill from here. While the whole world is jumping on Justin Jefferson today, as they should, why not Jordan Addison 110 plus receiving yards? That's some slick shit. The Minnesota Vikings are in deep shit because they're already 0-2 and they're in freakout mode. The fun part is their offense isn't bad. It's their defense that sucks. That defense is going to put them in spots all year long where they have to throw. You know what else helps? The fact that they can't run the ball on offense. Again, throw. I highly doubt they're going to be able to run the ball today, and at some point, they're going to have to sell out and throw it every time. We're talking 50 plus pass attempts from Kirk Cousins today. That's reasonable to think it's going to happen. I get that Jordan Addison has never gone over this number before, but he's only played 2 games in the NFL. The kid has gone 60 plus and 70 plus in those 2 games. Give him some time. One thing that's noticeable is that he's on the field more and more, and he has an incredible matchup today. No team in the NFL has given up more receiving yards to the wide receiver position this season than the Los Angeles Chargers. I know it's only been 2 games, but whatever. Numbers don't lie. And when you think about it, 2 of those teams they've given up more yards than have played an extra game. That's horrible. I think today could easily be the day that Jordan Addison goes for 150 plus receiving yards, but the books are only letting us do 110 plus. Whatever, we'll take it. Now here's where this whole thing gets tricky. We're going to be 4-0 by the end of tonight with 2 legs pending overnight. We have to stay strong. The books are going to try and get us to cash this thing out. I know it. They don't want to give us $1 million. They might even offer us $100K to cash this thing out. I would do that. But don't. We want $900K. On top of that, we already know Mike Evans is going 125 plus receiving yards. He proved he could do it last week, and the matchup this week is perfect. I get that you can't just sit here and be like, oh, well, he did it last week, he's doing it again this week. This thing's matchup based though, guys. Keep your head on right. I think the Eagles are going to run all over the Buccaneers, so Baker Mayfield is going to have to be throwing the ball. The Eagles give it up in the pass game to wide receivers too, so when the Bucs have to sell out and throw, Mike Evans is going to be sitting there waiting. This one feels so right. And once Evans is done, all eyes will be on Puka Nacua, and why not? We only need 110 plus yards, and this kid has been over this number twice in his NFL career. Guess how many games he's played? 2. Again though, this isn't about what happened last 2 weeks. This is about this matchup tomorrow night. For starters, it's probably time for the Cincinnati Bengals to start scoring. We saw signs of life last week, and that was all the proof I needed. Why is that important? Because once the Bengals start scoring on the Rams are going to go into, oh shit, we have to throw every time mode. I can't wait for that to happen, because when that happens, Puka could catch 15 balls just like he did last week. Who else are these guys going to throw it to? Do what you want with all this. I know some of you guys are going to water this thing down, and that's fine. But I'm going with the Millie. We only need 6 things to happen. Feels right. I'll see you guys at 11 for the live stream.